Our second speaker, this is speech number 7. The speech title, this is Beverly Murray. The speech title, a cow, a ship, a peg leg, a gambling boss, and Napoleon. The story behind the song. The purpose is to inspire thought. Yes, a cow, a ship, a peg leg, a gambling boss, and Napoleon are all characters in the stories behind the song. Her 7th speech was fun to research, and we hope you enjoyed her take on the stories she found. Welcome, Beverly Murray.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, God has taught me to say, it is well with my soul. That is one of my favorite hymns. The title is It Is Well With My Soul. The hymnist is Horatio Spafford. Now, many of you are going to be familiar with the radio shows that do the story behind the song. Anybody? Yeah. This song has a story behind it. It's 1870. We're in Chicago, Illinois. And Horatio Spafford is at the pinnacle of the height of his wealth and his wonderful life. He's a very accomplished attorney. He has a beautiful home, lots of real estate investments, a wonderful wife, Anna, and 4 beautiful daughters. He is actually the Warren Buffett of the 19th century. And then comes the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. It kills 300 people, leaves 100,000 of the 300,000 residents in the city homeless, 3.3 square miles burned to ash, and along with it, Horatio Spafford's fortune. Yeah, he had a lot of real estate, and most of it in the Central District that was burned. Now, why did the fire start? This is just an odd story behind the story. Probably all heard of Mrs. O'Leary's cow. If you haven't, Mrs. O'Leary's cow is the most infamous cow in the world and has been blamed for starting the Chicago fire. They say she was milking the cow kicks over the lantern. Hey, fire, Mrs. O'Leary is a patsy. She's an Irish immigrant, Catholic, in a period where Catholicism is just not the thing to be in. Irish isn't either. And her cow. I mean, good Lord, we blamed the cow for doing what was $4 billion worth of damage in today's money. Okay? Mrs. O'Leary and her cow were actually exonerated. In 1997, the Chicago City Council actually exonerated them after the testimony of her great-great-granddaughter, who was there, and they blamed Daniel Pegleg Sullivan, who was the person who reported the fire. And think about it, he was supposedly at this house down the street and he runs to the fire. How do you get there so fast with a Pegleg? That's what the city council said, and they blamed him. Back to Horatio and his financial ruin. Then in 1873, just like in 2008, there's an economic downturn, and just when Horatio is getting back, boom, down again. So Horatio says, you know what, Anna? We're gonna start fresh and anew, and they were gonna take a ship with the 4 girls called the Villa de Havre to France. At the last moment, Horatio had to stay back because of some issues with someone and his property. So he sends Anna and his 4 daughters, says to Anna, send me a telegram when you guys get there. She says, of course, dear. They wave and away they go. Well, if you know anything about the Villa de Havre, there was an accident and it ran into another ship, split in half, sunk in 12 minutes, 313 passengers, only 61 passengers and 26 crew members survived. And Anna sends a telegram to Horatio that basically says, saved alone, what should I do? His 4 daughters died. So as he rushes to his wife, he takes the ship. And as they pass the place where his 4 daughters were drowned, he pens the words of the song. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well, it is well with my soul. The words have more meaning when you know the story behind it. And someone's probably out there saying, why is she telling me that? That's kind of cute. Let's extrapolate it. When you know his story or her story, the story behind the human being, isn't your relationship better? If I extrapolate it a little further, isn't your life better because you know more about and care more about people? So I would challenge you in the words of one of my favorite artists to start with the man in the mirror. He just asked you to change your words. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Thank you.